Hello each and everyone, my dear students, my dear Chabani. So the thing is that hope you are enjoying at your home, eating Maggie, lots of Maggies, along with the tea, along with whatever you want to bring into the tiffin. You are eating that at your home. I'm doing this very well. Okay. So along with that, you are completing your work also. You are taking each and every video very seriously because in the February month your exam will start, and before that you have to prepare yourself for the examination. Okay, watch each and every video properly and very seriously, by which you could be able to understand the particular topics and keep that into your mind. Okay, well, into this video I will use both language, that is both Hindi and English. I will try to make you understand the topics very clearly, by which you could be able to understand it. Okay, and we had started chapter number 10, history, new political formation in the 18th century, and we have completed after the invasion of the Ahmad Shah Abdali, emergence of the new states, new independent states after the decline of the Mughal Empire, Bengal, Hyderabad. Into the Bengal, Murshid Quli Khan, he declared himself as the Emperor of Bengal, and he had shifted his capital from Dhaka to Murshidabad, and he had made so many rules and regulations according to himself. After that is Hyderabad. Hyderabad was founded by Nizam-ul-Mulk Asad Shah in 1724. He had not declared himself as the emperor. Okay, he was being appointed as the governor of Deccan, but after when he had seen that there is no any capable ruler to rule over the empire, so he had taken the power in his own hand and started to rule into that area. But he had not declared himself as the emperor. He had made so many rules and regulations according to himself. Next is, do you know? Do you know? Into the do you know, it has been given there is a fort in Hyderabad which is known as the fort of Golconda. What is the speciality of that? The speciality of that Golconda fort is the person who is standing on the gate. The person who is standing on the gate. Only he have the palace is made like that when he used to give a single clap. When he used to give a single clap, that particular sound can be heard at the top of the citadel. What do you mean by citadel? The top point of the palace. Understand? The person who is standing at the top point of the palace, the person who is standing at the gate, and that particular person who is standing on the gate give a clap, then that particular sound of a clap can be heard at the top of the citadel. Okay, that is the main speciality of Golconda Fort, and it is 300 feet high. The citadel is 300 feet high, and people can hear the clap very clearly. Next is Awadh. Awadh was the province of Mughal Empire, and that is being founded by Burhan-ul-Mulk Saadat Khan. Burhan-ul-Mulk Saadat Khan had founded Awadh, and into this there are so many famous cities of the Uttar Pradesh is been included into that. Right now they are counted as the famous cities of Uttar Pradesh. First one is Banaras, second one is Allahabad, now it is Prayagraj, third one is Lucknow, and the fourth one is Kanpur. These four cities are included into one territory, and that is named as the Awadh. The Awadh has been founded by Burhan-ul-Mulk Saadat Khan, and Lucknow was its capital. Okay. Next, earlier Muhammad Shah. Earlier he was a minister or wazir under the Mughal Emperor Muhammad Shah. According to his abilities, his skills, so many administrative works has been appointed to him, and he was that very properly. Okay. After that, he took advantage of the declining of the power and internal conflict of the Mughal emperor. He had taken the advantage of the decline of the Mughal power, and he started to control the Awadh into. He had taken the control of Awadh into his own hand, and started making. And he had declared Awadh as independent state. He streamlined the administration. He, according to himself, he had made so many rules and regulations. He streamlined the administration, and he started to make his own rules and regulations, and also the rules related to the revenue collection. And he started a system of auctioning the right to collect revenue to the higher bidders. He had given the right of collection of the revenue to the higher officers, and they were doing that. The state dependent on the bankers. Basically, the Awadh state is very dependent on the bankers. बैंक के ऊपर डिपेंड था, जो मनी प्रोवाइड करने का काम करते थे. मनी लेंडर्स के ऊपर डिपेंड था, जो कि लोन प्रोवाइड करने का काम किया करते थे. और स्टेट जो था वो इन्हीं दोनों के ऊपर डिपेंड था, जिस वजह से इनका बिजनेस जो है वो काफ़ी अच्छे तरीके से फ्लरिश कर रहा था इनटू द एडमिनिस्ट्रेट इनटू दैट टाइम. वतन जागीर्स एंड द राजपूत्स. वतन जागीर्स क्या है? व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय वतन जागीर? The Rajput were known as the courageous clan, or we can say that the brave clan. Okay, and Mughal rulers respected the bravado and cavalry of them. Okay, Mughal rulers जो थे वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा उनकी respect किया करते थे. क्यों? Because they were so much brave and they were so much courageous. That's why the Mughals always used to respect. Into that time, into the Akbar's time, they were respected by him. But after him, we used to say that when Aurangzeb arrived, he had removed all the Rajputs from his court. Okay. So the Mughal rulers gave them Jagirs. Jagirs bole to that particular land which has been captured by the Mughals. The king is when the Rajputs were appointed over there as a king, and people used to think that he is the king and he is ruling our area. But the thing is that these particular Rajputs were indirectly under the control of the Mughals. ये indirectly control किसके control में थे? That is under the control of the Mughals. And while they were friendly and respected during the reign of the Akbar, ये तो मैंने आपको बताया ही कि अकबर के राइट में क्या हुआ करता था? They are being respected by him, but after that they have been removed by the Aurangzeb. They failed to unite together. अब औरंगजेब ने जैसे ही इन्हें रिमूव कर दिया, ये आपस में एकजुटता इन लोगों के अंदर थी ही नहीं. ये लोग आपस में ही लड़ रहे थे. जिस बात का फायदा जो है, the advantage is been taken by the Jats and the Marathas. Okay, they started to take their territory into their control. In the 18th century, they started to expand their territory. Into internal conflict arose, and Raja Jai Singh of Amber annexed a large portion of the Bundi and established his capital in Jaipur. He was given a Subedari of Agra, and he also had a governorship of Malwa. Do you know the Jantar Mantar is the collection of astronomical instruments built by Maharaja Jai Singh II at his new capital Jaipur between 1727 and 1734. Okay, so Jantar Mantar वास्तव में है क्या? It is situated into the Delhi also, and it is situated into Jaipur also. So it is a collection of astronomical instruments. सनडायल जो है, सबसे बड़ा सनडायल जो है वो आपको वहाँ पर देखने को मिल जाएगा, और बहुत से एस्ट्रोनॉमिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स जो हैं वो आपको जंतर मंतर में देखने को मिल जाएगा. Ajit Singh of Jodhpur had the governorship of Gujarat and thus had control over the southern Rajasthan adjacent territories, the Jats. By taking the advantage of the decline of the Mughal Empire, the Jats had emerged. Basically, the Jats are found into Haryana. Maximum are found into Haryana and Punjab. Okay, so their power, the region between Delhi and Agra, they had the region between Delhi and Agra has been captured by Jats only, and they had given the name that is Bharatpur. That they have given the name of these particular areas as Bharatpur, in which the Meerut, Aligarh, Mathura and Upper Murayna, these particular cities were included in that. The state reached its highest glory under the reign of Surajmal. सूरजमल के राज में जाट्स का जो स्टेट था यानी कि भरतपुर जो था वो काफ़ी हाईएस्ट ग्लोरी पर चला गया था. बट हु वॉज अ ग्रेट फाइटर एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर, भरतपुर रिमेन हिज कैपिटल. आफ्टर हिज डेथ द किंगडम स्प्लिट बिटवीन द जमींदार्स. नेक्स्ट द सिख. गुरु नानक, कहा यह जाता है कि गुरु नानक जो थे उन्होंने सिख रिलीजन की स्थापना की. He had established a Sikh religion, but it was not a reality. Guru Nanak was a saint, वो एक संत थे, and he did not start any religion. उन्होंने कोई religion start नहीं किया था. But he was a preacher of harmony among various religions and conveyed the superstitions in any form which was harmful for the society. अब इन्होंने क्या किया? हार्मनी फैलाने की कोशिश की, लोगों के बीच में एकजुटता लाने की कोशिश की और लोगों को समझाने की कोशिश की कि हाँ भाई कोई परम शक्ति है जो हमें कंट्रोल करती है. The gurus who followed him as his disciple continued to preach on similar lines. और जो भी गुरु थे जो कि उनके डिसाइपल के तौर पर यानी कि जो कि उनके फॉलोवर के तौर पर काम कर रहे थे, they started to take over the principles, to follow the principles which has been given by the Guru Nanak. And the word Sikh means the person who is a learner or a disciple from the Guru. Guru मतलब सिख का मतलब वास्तव में है क्या? जो एक फॉलोवर है, जो एक डिसाइपल है, जो कि अपने गुरु से ज्ञान लेने की कोशिश कर रहा है, नॉलेज लेने की कोशिश कर रहा है, उस पर्टिकुलर इंसान का नाम जो है वो आपका क्या रख दिया गया? सिख रख दिया गया. नेक्स्ट, द गुरु ऑलवेज प्रीच्ड टू लिव इन हार्मनी एंड गुरु अर्जुन देव कंपाइल्ड द सिख रिलीजन बुक दैट इज आदि ग्रंथ. आदि ग्रंथ was compiled by Guru Arjan Dev and also established Amritsar. Basically, it is a religious place for the Sikh and people used to go over there and preach and do the prayers over there. The Mughals saw this as a threat. Mughals को ये चीज़ क्या लगा? धोखेबाजी लगी, threat लगा. And it was the beginning of the conflict with the Mughals, wherein they tortured and killed him. The sixth Guru then tried to militarize the followers so as to prevent any operations and preserve the faith and the teachings. In 1675, many Pandits from Kashmir and other northern parts of India came to the ninth Guru. 1675 में कश्मीर से बहुत से ऐसे पंडित आए और बहुत से पंडित जो कि नॉर्थ इंडिया से बिलोंग करते थे वो आ करके नाइन्थ गुरु से जाकर के मिले. एंड गुरु तेग बहादुर and requested him to be the savior against the Islamic conversions by Aurangzeb. Guru Tegh Bahadur told them that there was a need for a great man to be sacrificed, and to this his own son told him, who could be the greater than you. अब गुरु तेग बहादुर ने ये बोला कि अगर आपको बचना है तो कोई ऐसा इंसान ज़रूर होगा जिसे सेक्रीफाइस देना पड़ेगा. आप लोगों को बचाने के लिए किसी एक को सेक्रीफाइस होना पड़ेगा. तो उनके बेटे ने कहा, द सन ऑफ हिम हैज टोल्ड हिम दैट हु इज बेटर देन यू, मतलब आपसे बेहतर कौन हो सकता है. It is said that Guru Tegh Bahadur told the Pandits to go back and tell Aurangzeb that if Guru Tegh Bahadur converts to Islam, they all would follow suit. अब उन्होंने ये कह दिया पंडितों को कि ठीक है आप जाइए औरंगजेब के पास और उससे ये कहिए कि अगर गुरु तेग बहादुर इस्लाम में कन्वर्ट हो जाते हैं तो आप उन्हें मतलब पंडितों को छोड़ देंगे. He was told by Aurangzeb to convert to Islam, but he refused to and refused and chose the death instead. उसने ऐसा कहा तो कि हाँ ठीक है मैं इस्लाम में कन्वर्ट, उन्होंने ऐसा कहा तो कि हाँ ठीक है मैं इस्लाम में कन्वर्ट हो जाऊँगा, लेकिन औरंगजेब ने कुछ ऐसी शर्तें भी सामने रख दी जिस वजह से इन्होंने साफ तौर पे मना कर दिया और उसके बाद फिर इन्होंने डेथ चूज कर ली, मृत्यु चूज कर लिया इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट कन्वर्जन. The ninth Guru, Guru Tegh Bahadur, sacrificed himself to protect the Hindus. His tortured death in Delhi opposite the Red Fort inflamed the sentiments of the followers of the faith. After his death, his son Guru Gobind Singh was nominated as the 10th Guru. And after the Guru Gobind Singh, there was no any Guru because Guru Gobind Singh had declared Guru Granth Sahib as the Guru, last Guru of the Sikh. Okay. The Guru Gobind Singh then militarized his army as a warrior king, and he fought and won many battles with the Mughals, including Aurangzeb and other kings. Later, he was treacherously attacked and succumbed by his injuries in 1708. बहुत सी लड़ाइयाँ लड़ी इन्होंने औरंगजेब के साथ, बहुत सी लड़ाई इन्होंने जीती भी, लेकिन एक लास्ट लड़ाई जो ये लड़ रहे थे उसमें किसी ने इनके साथ धोखा कर दिया, जिस वजह से काफ़ी ज़्यादा इंजर्ड हो गए. Before his death, he had formally announced that there would not be any more gurus, and in Yemen there would be a holy book. Adi Granth would be known as the Guru Granth Sahib. Khalsa means pure. So Khalsa has been established at that time, and what is the meaning of Khalsa? Khalsa means pure. He started a system of 5 Ks in the Sikh religion. The 5 Ks are as follows. First is Kesh, Kangha, Kada, Kripan and Kachra. These are the 5 things which was being introduced by the what we say, Guru Gobind Singh to the Khalsas. Okay, up to this we have completed. Into the next video we will start the rise of the Sikh Empire along with the Marathas and the case studies. As I have already given the question and answers as a PDF, you have to complete that into your copy. Okay, thank you so much, bachcha.